There soon may be more ways to protect the LGBTQ community from something called conversion therapy.
State lawmakers met today to discuss concerns about the practice that involves an attempt by licensed therapists to change a person's sexual orientation or gender expression.
Our Darylyn Horn is here for you now with what came out of tonight's meeting. Darylyn?
Sherry, Siobhan, many people spoke about the damage and the long-term effects that can come from conversion therapy. And today, some senators who are a part of the LGBTQ community say they understand why these bills are important.
It's dangerous and it's harmful to our youth.
More protection for those in a community fighting for equal rights, especially for kids. On the 6th day of Pride Month, elected officials discussed the dangers children and young adults in the LGBT community have faced for decades.
Conversion therapy signals to them that they are not welcome in this society.
Emmy Zanotti with Equality Michigan says bills banning this practice would save lives.
I'm a transgender woman, right? And when I came out 10 years ago, the world wasn't accepting.
Representative Jason Hoskins says he's the first black and openly gay person to serve on the legislature. He wants Michigan to become the 22nd state to ban conversion therapy.
Having the experts say this is a practice that we should not have here in the state, I hope would help some of my colleagues who may have some hesitations.
The Trevor Project reported in May that 15% of LGBTQ youth in Michigan had been subjected to or threatened with conversion therapy in the past year.
It can be as extreme as electroshock therapy.
Retired therapist Joy Enzer says there's no scientific evidence proving conversion therapy actually works.
LGBTQ youth have a much higher rate of suicidality, a much higher rate of depression and anxiety, a much higher rate of homelessness.
But opponents say the ban violates the rights of healthcare workers from performing what they call gender-affirming care.
The pathway that this bill would foster is essentially converting gay kids into transgender kids.
However, most at today's meeting believe this.
To make sure that someone like a licensed practitioner cannot inflict that harm and distress on these kids is critical.
The proposed legislation would only address licensed therapists in the state if they attempt to coerce kids out of their gender expression or sexuality in order to conform with heterosexuality. They will be subject to losing their license.